Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more Super Metro... Actually, no, wait. Metroid 2 Remake, isn't it? Thank goodness. Anyway, moving on. We are halfway through the game. But in collecting items, believe me, it's a lot more complicated. We got a lot of missiles. We now have super missiles. And we still have Metroids to kill. You know what that means, of course. There are more breeding areas around here where those bastard Metroids are like fucking They are like mice and roaches. They are really hard to kill. Yeah, this is the one thing I'm gonna hate, just to tell you off right here. This is the one area of the game I really hate, and that is, of course, taking them out in breeding grounds. Because the breeding grounds are right down there. We can't do anything else at the moment because we haven't got the means. We haven't got the means to carry on. We really haven't got any. We haven't got a device specifically for taking care of that. So, unfortunately, as much as I would like to hate this, we're gonna have to move. We're gonna have to just focus on the next bit of the mission, which is basically just killing a lot of things. Now, you saw that was the passageway, but we couldn't do anything about that. But we can go this way. Indeed, this is an area specific for speed boosting. You wouldn't have been able to go through this area no matter what happens. So what we're doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to create our own speed boost. See, now in the original, this would have had no problems. It would have had no access, or it would have been a lot easier to do so. But this is a speed boost area, as you can see right there. So that's our job, is that we need to create a speed boost to go through this little encroachment barrier here, and we've moved on to more green grounds. So you can see everything is getting darker now. There are the Metroids are hidden in locations. They are hidden in different various areas. For instance, there is one right here. Not much to say. It's another Gamma. Easy if we could just take advantage. Excuse me. I really hate how sometimes the artificial intelligence is good, as literally they don't do anything, and yet they just stay there. Seriously. Anyway, here this is an exit that we can use to get out of the area, blah blah blah, and all that stuff, and recharge our super missile packs. Because, to be honest, this is the point of the game where you're gonna have to start relying on those super missiles. You see, that is a super missile box. We recharge there. We can also go ahead and we could use that passage now. Instead of going around the speed booster area, we can now just go through this area. Down here. Down to where it was things were before. As you can see. Lot simple, right? Yeah, this is the only simple thing you'll ever do. Because this is the easy access. We got rid of that one, we got rid of the Gamma here, so there's 5 more to go here. So, let's go hunt the rest. The next one is conveniently located right here. That's the next one, as it were, and it is another Gamma. Can we just get to a higher position? No, I thought so. And that was an easy kill, surprisingly. Anyway, originally the spikes had nothing, but if you shoot them, they provide you with missiles. Pretty much, this is the one thing that I give credit to the remake for. And yeah, this is another Metroid 2 remake. For those that haven't got clued in by now. Anyway, the next Metroid is right here, and it is a Alpha. Again, these are easy kills, especially if you just use a super missile to counter a regular missile. As you can see right there, another Metroid dead. Cool, but that means we have we got regular weapons now. Because right here for this passageway is the next Gamma. As you can see here. Okay, just remember, shoot the underside of the belly. Avoid the boss as much as you can, please. I know. Allow him to get repeatedly whacked around the underside with the missile. I know this is probably you may just get a little bit too simple to this. Of course, the game mechanics change eventually, and you have to adapt on the fly. But that's not going to happen yet, because we're still killing gammas. Quite a bit of gammas, actually. Start killing them. As you can see, this is the one area of the game I do praise. It does start getting dark as you go in deeper into Metroid, into ruins, or rather, you go straight into the ruins of the area. You'll find that everything gets the Metroid for dank, dark conditions. Kind of stupid in a way, to be honest. Right. The good news is, there's only 2 Metroids in that area. We nearly killed most of them off, right? Yeah, of course. There has to be always. Always is. So you're probably, where are the rest of them? Well, I can definitely tell you because I'm about to show you. Because that's a blowable block and they're all hidden down here. This way. Gets dark even further. And if we take that out, that we have an interesting mechanic. It is a gamma Metroid. It is a gamma in the dark. This is a hard one. You have to rely on sight. You have to rely on guessing, and you have to rely on shooting. Because oh boy, there are so many things that you could do. Shooting things in the dark, and when we get down to it, there we go. Another gamma down. One more to go. One more Metroid to go, and I reckon we will be able to get the fuck out of here. If we can get some supplies here, should we do so? Head towards right back to here, up to there. Some more. Head towards that. And then we've got like an interesting area which does contain a couple of super missiles, which we are going to need. Because again, it's getting darker again, as we are heading towards the lowest point of this area. The darkest and the dankest and the darkest of souls. Speaking of which, I gotta bring that back. I do. I got like 6 spots, and people will be like, "Oh, he gave up Dark Souls." No, I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't. I got halfway to the game for you. Anyway, that's... Right. That is a little bit of a clue what we're going to be doing here. Because it's a speed boost. It's now time for the if it comes to Metroids, there's only one reason why we're doing this. Super Metroid means Super Metroid puzzles. And we have got speed boost puzzles. Alright, so what we need to do is that we need to make a connection. Right, we need to see if there's a solution. This is true. Alright, so there's the solution right there. So we need to head down here, head down there, and then we need to get that. And whilst that's happening, quickly get up here, charge up a speed boost, which is actually kind of easy. How quick it is, and not go straight up. That's a stupid move to do. No. The one thing I love about the speed boost is that they actually fixed it, because in the original, it was a broken piece of shit. It was. And that's the item there. There's more super missiles. That's what we need, but they all need speed boost, right? So, here's what we do. I mentioned before, it's a speed boost puzzle. We just need to make sure everything is a speed boost puzzle. So, all we just have to do is make a charge, go down here, let's go right, and there you go. 6 super missiles. We now are building up our missile collection. That's pretty good. Indeed, yes it is. Brilliant and genius at the same time. Indeedy. Just charge up our stuff, because we're going to be going up against one final Metroid, if you already guessed it, because the last Metroid, whilst it's not in captivity, it is technically close to where we are. So, it is actually right here. That is where we need to go. It's getting real dark now. You can barely bloody see. Interesting. You can barely be able to see. The spikes now actually actively block your way. Sorry. It's been a while. Oh, cold. Hate sneezes. Anyway. Gotta keep using the spider balls here because this area is very sensitive. And it's one of the things you discover from early parts. These blocks are not triggerable by spider ball. I think they changed that later on. Anyway. As you can see here, the final Metroid is actually right around here. In fact, he is at the very bottom of the chamber. Right here, actually. All you have to do is make sure you get some room. Just making sure I get some room. Seriously, just need a bit of room. And there you go. It takes 2 super missiles to kill this damn thing. Should have done this before, but I didn't. Good news is though, we killed every last Metroid in this area. All the Metroids are gone, the earthquake happens, which means a new area has opened up. About time too, we've actually been here for a few parts and I kind of figured that you get the pattern. It's sort of like, it's repetition at this point. Which is the biggest flaw of Metroid 2. Repetition and how repetition and hunting Metroids got really old. Really old. I was expecting a few twists, turns and such. It just got old. It really dulled the experience when all you just have to do is just hunt Metroids. The appeal sounds cool, but it dies out immediately. I'd rather just take on boss. I think what this version did was when they used the Super Metroid method was just basically take on bosses. And believe me, we did take on a few bosses actually. We took out some bosses that we were thinking. We took out the thing with the energy beam. A lot of the few bosses in the game have origins in fusion, which makes things a little bit more interesting. Anyway, go straight onto that one. So we're done with here, ladies and gentlemen. We are done here. We killed bosses. We killed off quite a few bosses. We killed off the sentry that was in the Chozo ruins. We killed off Argus, which was in the power plant, which was a traditional Metroid boss, which had the spring ball as traditional as it was in that game, as it were. And now we're literally going to move on to the next area because we need to, because it begins to build up. And when it starts to build up, it really starts to build up. Because that's all most people tend to say. Okay, head this way. Instead of going back the speed boost way, which would have been boring and all that stuff, it's a lot quicker if we get out this way, and that's how we're doing it. Granted, you're gonna lose a super missile doing this, but it's good enough to that one. You should be able to regain it too. I think there's the super missile. There we go. And that's going to be all. Next time on Metroid 2 Remake, it's time to find out which has moved on in the caves. What has the earthquake uncovered? Hopefully more stuff. See you next time.